Well, hell yeah. First time I've transferred off my own bed for 8 months into the wheelchair. So let's do this shit. Oh, just Millie's on her break at work. And I don't know if anybody will watch this at all, but you can watch it later. So here you go. Oh, it's just my girl telling me to be safe, so I better tell her I will. Side rail. For all the viewers out there, like, keeping in mind, I am by myself. So, you know, a little bit of a different move than when you're in the hospital. Because, you're living life again, and you don't really want to fuck up. So, you're kind of within that fine line of, not wanting to do that. And, yeah. So, now, in this instance, I wouldn't go for that. Because I'm trying to avoid leaning over too much. So, in order to do that, that. There. Okay. Oh. Now, that was the front kick move. With both my hands making the leg do the front kick move. Shout out to Master Im's Taekwondo for that one. And I'll get my motor skills back. I know I will. Pretty pumped, really. I mean, who can really say that they got themselves a roll-in bathroom like that? I don't know. Maybe a few, but so hell yeah. Hell yeah, buddy. Yeah. Yeah. You got it. And, Fish Guy already knows this. But to anybody else that tunes in right now, um, obviously subscribe to my Rumble. Slick Rick, capital letters 6968. You won't be disappointed. And, I'm starting to throw a lot of my videos onto there. I'm not saying any of them will get deleted, but just in case that does happen with some of them, they'll be over on my Rumble, and they're licensed. So, yeah, they're licensed to Rumble. So that's where you can view it, right on my Rumble. And so it's quite the platform too. Like besides my videos, you'll check out there. Like there's Predator Poachers moved over there too. And they got some more videos that YouTube that YouTube don't like over there. So it's a broad platform. Like it's a platform of more free speech than on here. More things are more accepted, I guess, and and not censored out and all that stuff. So if you're looking for a platform that isn't going to constantly censor shit, pop on to Rumble. I mean, he's all right. YouTube, however, I can't say bad things about it because it has gotten me through the hospital. So really, it served me well. Even when I get trolled, I don't give a fuck. That's all good. I mean, everybody gets trolled. I heard that The Rock had 300,000 trolls on his channel, so whether I got 50 or whatever, it's a subscriber is still a subscriber in my mind. So yeah, my Rumble is going to be all adult-based content. There's only one with my nephew doing the Cornholio impression with his stepbrother Nash. And that's the only one that for kids. But besides that, it is an adult channel, strictly. So, I only put my nephew on there for a little bit more humor value. He's a funny little guy. So, I thought I'd get his face out there in the world and just to show how funny he is, because we never know what he'll do for a living. He might be a comedian. He might he might be a UFC fighter. You never know. He wants to follow in uncle's footsteps. He likes martial arts and all that. So yeah. So here we go, guys. The moment you've all been waiting for. Firm grip. Well, Jesso uncut. You guys see it all. Well, you know what I mean. Not all, but my moments that I show you. So. We figure out what's happening. And of course, we pull up our pants a little more, and that should help. I think I know my problem. In fact, I totally know my problem. There. I didn't even move very much, and I'm already going that way. Hell yeah. Likes, y'all. Let's see them likes. For El Jesso's. First motherfucking transfer in 10 months. Or 9 months. On his bed. In the condo. Well, the plan is for to get situated back in life again. You know, the condo and stuff, because I haven't been here in 9 months. So I'm gonna do that, and then you know they what they do is they develop a plan about that after discharge. You know, I was a little bit mystified myself. I would have loved to have something in place before discharge, but no, that's how the government, you know, in Canada and Alberta work, right? So that's what they do, and it's slow, and you know, but you know, it's not the healthcare workers' fault. It's the people above them that are calling the shots. So, but anyway, enough about that shit. Not much of a politician, nor will I ever be. Maybe one day. It's hard to say. I can't ever say never. I'd be a strictly like Pacquiao, a people guy, man. All for the people. The little guy. El Jesso. Shorty. The little guy. All for the little guy. The shorties of the world. Right? And one thing's for fucking sure, this channel isn't just full of bots. Because people do talk to me on here. Fucking thank you, Fish Guy. You're the man. It's like an episode of fucking MTV Cribs or some shit, eh? Oh shit, I better read some of these chats. Chats, y'all, chats. A lot from Fish Guy, and I appreciate that, Fish Guy. You're the man, buddy. Oh yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah. You betcha. I feel like being super active all the time, pal. And I'll be just pushing my ass off, like to get what I once had back. And I'm not going to stop until I do that. A lot of the nurses, I love them dearly. I do. They have a job to do. They look after people, and that's, when they get into that profession, it's not necessarily for the money. They work a lot of hours, of course, but it's because they like helping people, right? And they really do truly care. I mean, I just want everybody, all my viewers, to know that, when I was having my little uh, tirade about, security and the police officers, I only have that solely towards them, okay? They harassed me like El Chapo the whole time I was in there. Followed me around all the time, just couldn't stop leaving me alone, So, and another particular instance, I fell for the first time on the unit, and they come in and they let me lay there, and they were just dicks, right? They picked me up by both sides of my rib cage, which of course had a lot more swelling at that point, months back. And then, they're picking me up and whirling me around thinking I had, a leg function. And then he got a nurse telling him, behind him, what the fuck are you doing? Like, he doesn't have function of his legs. And I told him too, I was like, look, man, like, quit whipping me around. And from then on in, these guys did not like me. Like, and of course they really didn't, because when they told me they were going to give my nunchucks back to me, they then decided the day before I got discharged, and this is some real low down shit to do to somebody, and my parents are pissed. So, so they call the RCMP the day before I get discharged and have them come, and my dad's asking for him back, and then they're threatening and opening up a file on him, and my dad's just sitting there. What are you doing? Like, trying to get my son in trouble. Like, he's a martial artist, and he means no harm to people. He would protect people more than anything. And I hear him on the phone talking to this cop. And here's a shout out to my man Direct D. I don't know him very well, but I could say that because I love his channel. Like, he's awesome. You guys should subscribe to his channel as well. That's, go over to him, and it really exposes the tyranny of some law enforcement. Now, however, they're not all like that. Those videos can be looked at in two different ways. One to say, oh, you hate cops, blah, 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 blah. Not necessarily. Because if you look at Direct D's videos, he knows the laws, and he's not an idiot, and he doesn't step out of the line. Now, the cops do get pissy with him, and like, depending on which one it is. But, he's not a stupid man. So I encourage you to subscribe to his channel as well. I've done a shout out to him once already. Subscribe to Direct D as well. And, besides, all the bullshit that I dealt with in the last few days, people are asking, am I excited? Am I scared? Am I, whatever. Well, to be quite honest with you, not really. I knew this day was coming. You can't stay in the hospital forever, right? So, that's another thing. It just doesn't, it's no life for anyone, really. And, I do realize that, people have to be there for long periods of time. Well, I had to be there because of the fact that, I had to wait for all this to be done. And boy, it's, just hold on a second, you guys. I'm going to just kind of move things around and live my life in the condo. It's funny. I got some negative comments this morning from some trolls. I love that shit. I just love it. But I love positive comments much more. The negative ones are just jealous because, really I have just over 200 subscribers in about 3 months. When did I start doing martial arts? I started doing martial arts 40 and about 8 years ago. I was just getting out in another part of my life that one day, let me just put it to you this way. I was stepping out of another situation in life, and I needed to fill a void. So I filled that void, and I was with my ex at the time, and we kept driving by Master Rim's Taekwondo, and and she just kept bugging me about it, and she's like, oh well, why don't we go in there? And we checked that out, and I was a little hesitant at first. I wasn't sure what to expect. But of course, I've always been heavily into athletics, so I was always interested in to see what it would be like to get into some sort of combat sport, and kept driving by Master Rim's Taekwondo, and I thought, hey, what the hell? I'm gonna go in there, and I'm gonna see what this is all about. So I go in there, and of course, it's like the story of Dr. Dre and Eminem. Eminem walked in with a yellow shirt and blue pants or something like that, and I walked into their dojo with a backwards hat and pants kind of halfway down my ass, and they didn't know what to think of me. And they turned me down a few times. Like, they weren't sure of letting me in and all that. And I, finally about the third time I went in there, they were like, okay, come for a free class and we'll see how you do. And so that free class was on a Monday. And long story short, I went to class that night and basically fell in love with it, like George St. Pierre fell in love with mixed martial arts or karate when he was a boy, and I never looked back. So, and if anybody wants to know, if like whatever you're trying to do in life, if it, don't things like this define you. In any sort of way. Belt. I have. I'm actually third degree black belt in Taekwondo. In fact, shit, I'll go and go grab her right now. Just hanging up in my closet. I'll do that right now. And, as far as, getting back into Taekwondo is concerned, that's not going to be an issue at all. They all know I've been laying up in the hospital. You guys have all seen this. So they're amazing folks. There's my 3rd-degree black belt in the closet there with my name on it, and my pants with it too. Little Jimmy spent a little bit of his day, my dad there, trying to get the nunchucks back from the RCMP. So apparently they might want to open up a file on old Jesso. And my dad's obviously, gonna, if they open up a file on me, he's got my back, and Master Rim has my back too. I know that. This whole bit of bullshit over the Rob, the long story short, the first time I got called about them was, I was having a toke just over by the cancer center. It's all by myself and shit, minding my own business, whatever. Then I see somebody coming up in the distance, a guy pushing his wife and in the wheelchair. So I kind of go, oh, all right. I put my shit away, and it is legal, and a lot more people should realize that people do have the right to smoke pot in public. Regardless if there are signs around the hospital or not, people were smoking cigarettes, weed, crack, whatever they wanted everywhere else. But it's funny that, the one day they have to go up to the lone guy in the wheelchair that's minding his own business. But anyways, long story short, buddy, they come up, give me shit about smoking weed. And I'm like, hey, I'm about to leave. And, I know it says no smoking, but everybody does smoke everywhere else in the hospital. I was just trying to let them know that. Then the guy makes a move at me towards me in the wheelchair. And I go, dude, what the fuck are you doing? And, I was like, back up, man. And so he backs up and he gets all rowdy with me and shit. And then he tells me to leave. So I leave. And then, long story short, hours later, the cops get called because of that shit for earlier in the day. And then, some funny shit. My little brother was quitting smoking. And me and him had a little go at each other the day before. So then we started an argument with each other for about, I don't know, probably about half hour, 45 minutes. We were screaming. I was screaming on the sidewalk in my wheelchair. It was quite comical. So anyways, long story short, the cops get called over that because, me and my brother, when we scrap, it ain't no just little scrap. It's a real big scrap. And, but anyways, long story short, I seen him get out of the Suburban, start walking towards me. I'm like, oh shit. So then I thought, well, I better go to a peaceful spot. So I go in behind the apple tree at the Red Deer Hospital there. That would have been on the, southwest side or some shit like that. Whatever, southeast corner, I guess. Yeah, southeast corner. And so they come there and tell me about this idiot that said that, I had threatened him with nunchucks earlier in the day. And I'm like, what the hell is that shit? I'm like, I didn't threaten nobody. And so, there's the first made up story about me threatening somebody with nunchucks. That was all made up. Never threatened no one, Now, that was the first time. So then they told me, well, we don't think you should have these outside. You should have them in the unit. So, anyways, I keep them in there. And then I start doing my, my nunchuck videos in there and in the bathroom, of course. And, I'm not going to lie, I've had my low moments in the hospital where I wasn't happy about shit. And, I might raise my voice a few times, not at somebody, but, when they were out of the room and I was a little pissed off about shit. So anyways, long story short, they just kept calling basically, like, shit would happen. They would just keep calling the security on, keep calling the peace officers, all that shit. And so, the second time they came to my room wasn't even over nunchucks. It was over supposedly the nurses smelling burning marijuana. And, when all they smelt was that. And it wasn't burning, but it smelled like weed. And you're allowed to have weed, just you can't smoke it in a hospital property. So anyways, long story short on that one, and obviously, if you want to check out the video, it's either on my YouTube or it's on my Rumble. Of the two, Officer Bonehead and his female sidekick there. But they're. I basically told him, I was like, "What the fuck are you doing in my room?" And I know I had, said to the nurses that they were being bitches because, they said I was smoking pot. But, when you're a guy like me and you've been up in the hospital for that long and somebody tries to call you out on shit like that and you never did nothing wrong, well, you kind of have a little bit of an issue with that. So I did. And, that was another funny little moment in my hospital stay. So there's interaction number 2 with the police. Number 3 was in the hallway one day, long before the second time happened with the 2 females outside talking to me about my nunchucks. But I go by this guy at the front door by the COVID mask ladies. And I don't even notice it. I think, yeah, whatever. It's just a peace officer, whatever, right? But he decides to make an example of me and pull over old Jesso in the hallway for his wheelchair traffic stop, so to speak, we'll call it. I didn't know if he was going to pull some Rodney King shit or some shit, over foam nunchucks, But you see, these clowns, they think that, nunchucks are a prohibited weapon in Canada, which they are. Wooden ones, metal ones, or ones that are made in such a way that if you made them into nunchucks, they would hurt somebody. Now, foam nunchucks, okay, here's an example. A homeless guy comes at me and he's got a knife in his hand. I take out my foam nunchucks and I try to do shit. I would take that one to court and we would fucking win. Totally. Because there's no fucking way that you would severely injure somebody with a pair of foam nunchucks. You might hit them good fucking twice and they'll shatter. And I know that because I've hit them against shit and I've wrecked countless fucking pairs of plastic foam nunchucks. Now, it's funny because if I had the cops viewing this, I would say this to them. You guys are absolute fucking clowns for thinking that foam nunchucks are a prohibited weapon. Absolute clowns. You really are. And this needs to fucking change. Because one thing's for sure, guys, if they open up a case on me about foam fucking nunchucks, you know exactly who's going to be there. Master Rick. He'll be right there and to be like, hey, this guy here, he wouldn't threaten nobody. And you guys are way out in left field. Pure and simple, right? So anyway, long story short, here's the rest of the bathroom. And we got, this happened months ago, and I won't mention names on here because I don't know if Millie will view this later, but we got our problem roommate out of here. And this was months ago before I was even in rehab or anything like that. So shout out to my dad and shout out to my brother for doing that. Thank you. I'm trying to get rid of that for years, but they finally batter up and boo, hit a home run on that one. So there we go. I'm just just enjoying, man. It's funny, the last home visit I wasn't in a very good mood, and My dad and my brother are like, you better not be in a bad mood when you come home. I'm thinking, yeah, I fucking won't, because I'll be the fuck out of there. And they now they realize that, that I wasn't the problem, right? Like, the bullshit was the problem. And I'll tell you, man, I'm just happy to be home, and this is no fucking bad shot at the healthcare system. They do whatever they can, but right now it's fucked. It's not, like, you want your insider information on shit about living in hospitals? Don't do it. 1 shower in 3 weeks. Like, holy fuck. Like, thumbs up for, like, Jesso enjoying this motherfucking shower tonight. See, there's Millie's shower, Jesso shower. Millie's shower, Jesso shower. Millie's shower, Jesso shower. Fucking his and her showers. Like old Jay-Z and Beyonce. It's like, like, just like old Bubs would say, like, Julian, got everything I need in my room. We got we got the microwave. We even have lots of kitties. Julian, what's the shit, bro? All right. Well, I just I don't really know what to say. I mean, what the fuck, man? I'm home. Old Duke-Pockaroo is going there. I just seen a third person joined our video there for a bit there. Oh, DJ. Hell yeah. What's up, DJ? What's up? How you doing? What's up? I've just, like I mentioned to everybody all the time there, DJ, I don't know if you know about Rumble or not, but catch me on there. My live with, security's on there as well, is on here. But I'm encouraging people to make, have a good night there, Rob. Hell yeah, buddy. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for stopping by, man. Yeah, DJ. Check out my Rumble. Capital Slick Rick 6968. I'm gonna slowly make that channel exclusively all adult content. And I'm home. I'm home, DJ. My girl is just working a night shift right now. I had the head of home care here today. Thanks, brother. Thanks, appreciate it, man. Thanks. I'm just really happy. Even though the cops, got my nunchucks, I still got a pair right here, just over there by the old Oilers hat there. So shout out to Master Ems for hooking me up with those. Appreciate it. At least you guys aren't clowns, like the cops are. You guys have never been that way. You guys are my homies. And you guys know deep down, like, you wouldn't call the cops clowns, but like I'm a little outspoken on my show. I know that shit. But I respect Master Ems for their way of thinking. And their way of thinking calms me down too. So, it's a nice, like the yin and the yang, it's a nice delicate balance in that way, right? But I'm home, man, and there were some questions about how well I would do tonight and all that stuff. But I've like anything in my life, guys, I've always rose to the challenge. And I have been going 45 minutes. Yeah. It, just I just like engaging with y'all, and every YouTube guy, whatever, gal, whoever gets trolls on their account too, and I just, from the bottom of my heart, whoever's in my chat room right now, oh, cool, man. Well, you go get some cigarettes. Thank you guys for engaging with me. Like, I always encourage that. Now, I'm going to end this live now, and just because, I'm going to have some food, and, you'll be back in a few. Well, maybe I won't, man. Like, I might, night, buddy, night. And, well, DJ, I'll tell you what, there's going to be many lives like this, and they're going to get thrown on the Rumble too. So, I know that you're watching it right now, but I mean, if you wanted to watch the part before when you came on, you could always do that too. So, hell yeah, buddy. She's been an interactive live, y'all. This has been, the bottom of my heart, guys. Thank you. This has been the most interactive live I've had this whole time. I've had this YouTube channel. So this is why I do this stuff for you guys. It doesn't matter if I got 3 people in the room or 0. I still do it for y'all. And I'm going to eat some food, take some meds, and check out that frickin' bathroom back here. And thank you to all Jesso Show fans. Check out my Rumble. Subscribe to that too. Capital Slick Rick 6968. You guys are gems, man. You guys have a good night. Peace to the family. And if you have kids, be safe. Keep your kids safe and just healthy and all. And happy wishes and best wishes for this holiday season coming up too, y'all. Peace.